Like right now they're pushing into tier 2. The tier 1 mid's gonna be free almost.
Radiant's bottom
I like the
tower
choice for Envy to go for the Mask of Madness. That's an item you need when you're down far. And they're gonna head to Roach, and I think they can get this. I mean, they have to do something. I don't know that Newbee knows this is happening. Like, oh, they definitely do. They definitely do. And it's problematic. Vada is gonna walk up. All right, let's be careful here. That's gonna go through. They're gonna find Faith. They need to bring him down. He's going to work. He's in trouble. Yule's up. This Vata Ember. Gonna try to chase after the Wild Wing. Okay. Titan's coming out. Faith back up in 18 seconds. If they can hold them off for that amount of time, they're fine.
Dire's top tower is
check
under
inside the Roche pit just to make sure there's nobody in there. Meantime, heading up top is going to be SWC. Really wants to torque it. It's flying out right now. They're going to maybe go for another fight. Vendetta. They will see him. There are sentries down. They've got the Iron Shell up on the Wild Wing. This is actually pretty hilarious. Impetus coming through. They really want to bring this down, and they will. Now Fox coming in. Sled up the steering chain down to 2. Maybe in trouble. A lot of damage coming in. Faith. Cast will go through. Can they find any further follow-up damage or lockdown? Again, they have the Orchid. SCC thinking about going in. But there is a Yule Scepter for Vata and Envy going to work. This is actually a serious amount of damage. They have the Golem, but not enough mana to use. Now they do. I don't know. All of a sudden, Newbee, they're taking a lot of damage here just from like Fatal Bonds alone. And just gonna walk up Cogs. They're gonna be there. No Cog push. Here's the battle trance. Meanwhile, Pilot Eye gets to kill Kaka, and this is gonna be taken down. They're gonna try to find more. Faith is gonna get caught out. The Remnant through, and he's gonna get caught again. 2 dead. They get Roche. Huge stuff. In the meantime, Tier 3 tower getting assaulted, but that's something. NP needed something, anything, and they get it.
I don't even understand how they're able to get that. That should not happen. I don't know. That was the beginning of the fight, because it lasted quite a while. They get the hook shot onto the Witch Doctor, which is a really big kill. Getting rid of the Maledict and getting rid of the chance for a Death Ward, like just being channeled into the pit, is a very, very big win for NP. They go around, they get to the shrine, they go back in, they get the re-engage, and the Fatal Bonds just forces Mugi out. Like, they're just hitting Roshan, and Mugi's like almost dying to this, and he has to go back to the jungle and start hitting them. So I did not think they would be able to get away with that, but at the end of it they did, so I guess a breath of life here for NP is very much needed. It doesn't really solve the net worth problem, but it gives them some time.
Take it one step at a time, Andy. One step at a time. TP, and he's fine. No one killed. Oh, he canceled it. That's awkward. Oh, wowie. Rough stuff. And as you mentioned, this tier 1 tower might be free. We'll see. He's gonna go Halberd for Mugi, by the way.
Yeah, it's the ultimate troll counter. Especially when you know he's not going to be going for BKB anytime soon. Like, if he goes Mask of Madness right into BKB, he's not really going to do that much damage.
Well, they will take it on damage too. Yeah, Mask of Madness itself. Reduction. Yeah, he is going Mask of Madness BKB, which I find kind of interesting, but I guess he has to.
Yeah, he kind of needs to, but it's just he's relying on more damage from the Fatal Bonds. They still have Enchantress, they still have Ember. So it's not like the rest of the team's not going to do damage, it's like he's not going to do damage, which is fine as long as he can stay alive. I mean, if they can just Fatal Bonds Roshan, they can get some Newbee members caught and it'll be good to go. That's it. Bait the Roshans. Come on, that's all you got to do.
I guess they just have to wait next Roche in like another 8 minutes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's anywhere from 8.5 or 5.5 to 8.5, I think.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see. But again, they still have Aegis. It's still pretty early on right now. I guess Newbee will just probably be okay continuing to farm. They don't want to push into Aegis, try to give anything away too quickly to NP. Just continue to farm up. Any other big items coming out? We already talked about the Halberd, obviously. We have talked about the Orchid. Now BKB for SCCC. 4 staff for Kaka, and then Faith already has Medallion Urn, which is pretty damn good. But here we go, Smoke Gang coming in. They'll find the Queen of Pain. He's in some trouble. Triple Remnant, the Golem drops down. What a turn! SCCC will stay alive for now, but the negative Urn charge should take him down. We shall see if that's going to be the case. He's going to drop maybe. Can he get to the shrine? He drops right underneath the tier 3 tower. Just like that, they turn it around. It's a mega kill spree that goes to MSS to kill himself. Oh, boy. Here we go. NP are not done yet.
The Veil regen almost made him live there. Are they really going to be able to get high ground damage here? There's no queen for 30 seconds.
Regeneration.
Let's see. They come through, running it in. Dr. Striker. They find the Death Ward as well. You also pick him out. MSS pops the blade mail. They're going to push back now. Fata. Maybe in trouble here. He's not careful. They will blow up Takado. Oh, good vacuum, but no wall combat in the end. The Imps is still doing work. He's inside the siege creep right now, and Fata's still going on to this tower, the tier 3, taking a lot of hits, and all of a sudden, what was once like a 5,000 numbers advantage is down to about 2,000 for Newbee. They will hold on, but again, with the Queen now just respawning, NP will back up. It's starting to look a little bit dangerous here for Newbee in game number 4.
Yeah, and NB, I think you mentioned this a little bit earlier, but he's not going to BKB. He's going to go for the SMY first. Yep. That's one of those decisions that you make in the middle of the game where you're like, oh man, we're getting trounced, I need to buy BKB. And then you win a fight and you're like, ah, screw that, I'm buying another item, I'll buy BKB later. Yeah, I think everyone's experienced that.
I mean, and to be fair, as you mentioned earlier, he needs the damage, so, among other things. But, well, I mean, despite losing the co-op, she's still the highest net worth hero in the game. A BKB here would be gigantic. Probably just farming it up real quick. That's up. Newbee can maybe think about taking a fight, or they might just smoke up right now. We'll see. I thought they were going to, but I guess not. They didn't have one. Stay together.
I still think that fighting into the 5v5 of Newbee is
Radiant's middle
it's doable when you have chaotic offering. You know, you got this fatal bonds. You've maxed it out. You get one good rock into fatal bonds and ember damage on top of that. That is insane. How much DPS you can output in the fight. I think after the last couple of games,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Here, the last sit on the tier 1, that NP realized that they have to be able to fight at least a little bit in a bigger scale. They can't just always take skirmishes, you know. That like Newbee are forcing them into these situations where they need to be able to 5-man to a certain degree, and the Warlock kind of alleviates a lot of those problems.
The counter initiation, the initiation follow up for Pylai die. I mean, that goal, that was the biggest thing around that Roche pit, was the golem, and, well, not the golem, the fatal bonds, excuse me, was actually pretty problematic, but... AUI, hey buddy. Fine. He's fine, I think.
Dude, that hero is so fast.
Yeah, the move speed. The Enchantress with drum is pretty good. Going for the TP. And go. Nice, good juke. A little bit of time wasted for Newbee. They sort of gained a little bit of their gold back after that rough fight where they lost 2 heroes. But again, now Golem is back up, and this is what did the damage last time around. At least the team fight over towards mid.
The Golem stun is really nice too, because it can line up a hook, it can line up some remnants. Oh, a little bit out of position here.
He is way out of position. The remnant coming through. He's in trouble. He's going to get dropped. Down for 48 seconds. Newbee getting caught again. Bad positioning from this Lifestealer. Okay, NP continue to climb their way back into the game. I don't know, man. It's getting rough.
It's really weird to get picked off like that. I mean, you have deep wards on NP's side of the map. You see no one, and you're farming the woods, and your team's like anywhere near. It's really actually kind of uncommon for a player like Newbee to get caught like that.
Down for 15 seconds. Couple more items coming out. Again, there is still that net worth advantage, the majority of which is from the Queen of Pain, as she has her now full BKB and working on the Assault Cuirass. And, well, as expected, Darkseer has passed AUI 2000 and then some, is now almost tied with MSS on Clockwork. Looking for a 4-staff, went for the pipe first. Makes some sense. 25
It's a pretty darn good pipe game, let's be honest.
I would say so.
Just for Ember alone, you want to pipe, and then you have it's okay against Clock, but I guess in a perfect world you would just buy a 4-step first to save yourself, or save whoever gets hit by a hook. But they do have one on Kaka, so it's not even as if he absolutely needed it.
Everybody on the high ground here for NP, but backing up is going to be the rest of Newbee. They'll drop a ward or two down. the meantime, they'll just take back over their own jungle. Roche is up in 2 minutes. I don't know, for Newbee, do you wait for it, man?
I think they kind of have to wait. This is one of those games where you're going to need Aegis, and I guess now Cheese, since it's going to be Roshan number 2. But you're going to need those to be able to really turn the tide of the fight in your favor. It's a very, very even game at this point. The big standout, obviously, has been the Queen of Pain. He is 4K net worth above the next highest person in the game. That is nuts.
Carapace, Orchid, and Kale comes through. This is going to be fought to death. Sonic Wave back wall even dropped to get that kill. Perfect timing. Well, it would be if Roche was up a little bit sooner, but it's still a minute and a half before it is. But they can take the tier 2 at least.
They'll get some good damage on it. I don't think they're going to be able to force a buyback out of Fonda for just
Radiant's middle tower
especially
is under
considering
attack.
both teams are going to be aware that Roshan's spawning. Could be anywhere for, you know, their perspective, it could be 1 to 2 minutes. Pretty much the absolute longest. But yeah, it's going to be a free tower here. They're just going to back up and wait it out. They still have good vision in the area, so if it's not a smoke, they'll be able to scout out MP. Do they have one right now? They should, yeah. Okay, they do have one. Fine. So that's going to be the next point of contention here, is going to be Roshan.
Yeah, and we're probably going to see a big fight around it too. But it's not up yet.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see if a team
Radiant's
smokes early.
top tower is under attack.
What happens? I guess you could get a creep for AUI 2000 and send it into the pit. Or I guess you have flare too for clockwork as well.
Yep,
Plenty
he's been
of flares.
spam flaring it.
Really, actually, Newbee that need the help looking to get into Roche. See, Faith's like 100 gold. Here we go, though. Smoke of the Seat gang coming again. SCCC is about to get caught. Blinks away. They have hook shot, but he does have BKB. Going on him is maybe not the best idea. All right. And now Roche is about to respawn 6 seconds from now. Illusion's coming through. Get some vision coming in. It's a Vendetta, I believe, or is it a full smoke? Looks like it's a full smoke. SCCC is going to push out mid. He's working on Shiva's guard, and they've changed. Meanwhile, up towards the top area of the map, they're just not with everybody. Kaka's going to get dropped down, it looks like, and maybe KP will be next. That was a bit awkward. I don't know why they went alone. Kaka was there, like, all on his own.
They weren't expecting sentries to be down or something? I'm not sure. Because they had a ward, like they had an obs and a sentry, and Kaka walked right into it, and I guess the rest of the team wanted to wrap around from behind. So they just got caught out a little bit before everyone was fully in position to take that. So they lose the Nyx. It's not, I think, enough for NP to feel comfortable just walking into the Roshan pit, especially since the Queen's here with the 10-second BKB and a Lifestealer inside. I mean, I guess they're going to try for it, but that Nyx is going to be up in 15 seconds, and he also has a TP, so he can get to the shrine relatively fast.
They have the Infest Bomb ready. Pilot out looking to counter-initiate with the Golem. Should have hook shot as well. Coming in, vacuum wall combination. They need to cast. He's going to go into MSS, and they'll keep him locked down. Meanwhile, BKB's top. They really want this shit, and they will find it. Golem dropped down, but the blink is out in time. Buyback coming in from the enchantment. Now KP getting turned on. Forced away the bash, the whirling axes, the ranged axes. The Buddha restoration is not enough on the backside of the fight. Yulsip coming in. SCC and Mugi are kind of separated. They're trying to man fight this right now. They need help. Vendetta, Impale grabs the kill. Now they find the Impale again onto AUI 2000. They want more damage coming in. SCC, Shadow Strike going through. Mbig doing some work. He's got the Mask Madness pop. Here comes the Ancient Thunderhide. Trying to chase after AUI 2000. The open wounds. The huge coming from SCC. Throws up that Orc of Malevolence. Gets the kill. Nicely done. They're going to head into the Roche and try to finish this off.
Should be easy Roche at that point. I guess MSS could go for a steal or something. He's up in about 2 seconds. Maybe he goes for the YOLO play. Throws a flare into the pit, you know? A little cheeky clockwork action, perhaps, Mott?
Now we're going to see. Envy's coming with a rolling axes. They don't have bots up for 13 seconds. Pilot out doesn't have Golem. He already dropped in the last
Fatal
fight.
Bonds.
Fatal Bonds is owning them right now. It's so much damage. They've got to be careful. They need to back up and Shrine. That's exactly what they're going to do. That is insane. Oh my god. These bonds Highlight die. Envy going right in. They want to finish. Here comes KP. Looking for the vacuum. Cog pushes there. The BKB. They want to finish this. The bash is up though on Envy. And KP, he might fall, but will he get this Roshan? He's trying to finish it. Envy's BKB is done. Fatsa's back in. He's orchid it up. Hook shots come through. That'll stop Mugi. They use the upheaval. Pilot Eye in some trouble. Sonic Wave onto 2. Pilot Eye will fall. The Impale. Remnant forward. Fatsa trying to man fight here. Mugi's still at half HP. Now AUI 2000 on the back line. Getting caught. More damage from SCC. Running low on mana, and the Shrine to come through. They're diving up the high ground. MSS gets Faith. They will get Kaka as well. The Orchid is there. They need the kill. The Untouchable doing some serious work. They get Roche. They get the Aegis on the back lines and the cheese. Why were you chasing, Newbee? That's not the play. Now they'll find the Yule Scepter. Not much mana left for SCC. They burn all the rest of it. He cannot blink out now. The Infest out coming through. Mugi's going to try to man fight at least Fati, but he's running, and SCC is going to fall. Mugi is now the sole survivor. He's going to go for the TP. Will he be successful? The battle tricks.
Oh,
the bashes are there.
God.
I cannot believe it. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding.
So, Fatal Bonds just literally stopped them from doing Roshan by itself. Pretty much.
Yep.
And I guess a flare or two. And they chased Aoi for so long that they were able to just walk 3 zeros in the pit and kill Roshan.
That
Like,
was some fine stuff.
That was a gigantic blunder from Newbee. Like, just enormous.
Oh man, I feel like they haven't thrown it. But there's the cast wall, the Impale, but where's the follow-up damage from Maldic, the Death Ward? Golem dropped down though, and that'll be the end of the fight already. Newbee has to back up. The dust is gone. MSS, the battery assault coming through. He will back away. The tier 3 tower already done. KP trying to run and making it away, but the sleight of fist brings him down. The glyph is there. SCCC is up in 8 seconds. Envy going to work on the range racks. The Impale will miss. They need to leave. They walk to the wall. Slows them down. Maledict will miss there as well. Faith walking out, and NP are going to make it away pretty much scot-free. Although
Pilot Eye is he's gonna exit for a little while. He was just channeling the upheaval, no style points. You gotta get your team out in fashion. But I do think that they can't afford to do that again. Like, honestly, the later the game gets, the Troll having a BKB, making his way towards another item. Envy has 4,400 gold. Well, he just finished the S and Y. Yep, he did. So now he's going to be able to make his way into potentially another damage item. This is a stage in the game where it starts to get really scary for Newbee, because they're having to deal with this Troll where we talked about they don't really have a lot of answers to. It's more just they were going to play a faster paced game and stop Envy from getting to this item progression now to where he's like hitting this critical mass. I don't know, man. That Roshan was like, I haven't seen anything that clowny in a while. This Warlock pick is just holding the line for them.
And it's not just that, it's the first Roshan as well. I feel like Newbee making a few too many mistakes. Like you mentioned, they were so far up. I don't think that they could have stopped Troll from getting to that point, but again, NP have the answers with the Warlock. Even like AUI 2000 is dying a lot of these fights. He's not dishing out the damage, but they just have enough sustain, and these fights go on long enough for MP that they can do the job. Kaka is going to walk up, and they'll try to find something here. Murder's going to take it down at the very least. Nice. Hookshot comes in from MSS onto the Prowler Shaman, which we didn't see. Lucky for him. And,
to be fair, those Prowler Shaman had it coming. Those creeps are
I hate those
jerks.
things. They're annoying.
Infinite regen, root, reduce your base armor by half.
Yeah.
That is an OS frog camp.
Well, at least they don't have magic resistance. There's that. All right, here we
This
go.
is an open set of racks top. So it's going to be tough to defend.
With Age and BKB friend. Back you back. Doing some serious work. Cast coming through. Good force away from that Impale. Then Impale hits that, and that Age is probably gone. Still might be. The Orca comes out, and he really wants his range rack. He's going to waste his Aegis for it. Shouldn't say to waste. He gets the actual blow. Now they're going to back up. The people to cover the retreat as well. And now going on to the melee racks. BKB is available. And a burn to come through. I think you back up if you're NP. They're TPing a couple heroes away already. Oh, man. Newbee. Rough stuff for them, huh?
Crazy to think that at one point, SCCC was like doubling the net worth of any hero in the game. And now it's kind of to that stage where the Maldic on Newbee is still kind of a problem. So if his BKB is 7 seconds now, so he's not quite to like the 5-second BKB where it starts to become really annoying to be a core player. But he still has, you know, 1 or 2 BKB charges left. But Maledict just crushes him in fights. Like, you take any damage and that spell just chunks you. We saw what happened when he still had the Aegis and he was trying to hit the rain tracks. He had the spell cast on him and he just realized, oh, I'm just gonna die anyway. I'm just gonna hit the racks and just give it up. So that the next time we go in, if I BKB, I'll have everything up.
Well, some big items coming out. The Sheev's Guard for Queen of Pain. The AC was just picked up not so long ago for Lifestealer, now working on MKB, which makes sense. I think they might just get this Rax for little to no. I mean, again, there is an Aegis for Envy with, a BKB for Envy. I don't know. Let's see. Newbee's still sitting in the high ground. TP's from Fada to keep the bottom wave pushed in, trying to get to a tier 1 tower. And now, it looks like MP will back off for a moment. And I don't know if they're going to go far, but they are going to back off.
Well, keeping Newbee in the base is still a victory in itself, right? Because Mugi wants to get items, SCCC wants to get items. They were even sending Fata towards the bottom lane to even push in, get chip damage on the tier 1 in the off lane. And then just making sure that all the lanes are pushing in all the time, and that they can just sit up here and not lose economic benefit.
Right at the steering chains, SCCC still fine. Very slow siege to this top lane.
I don't know if they're going to be able to break this without another rush. I mean, if they want to sit here until it respawns, I guess that's always an option. They've already killed the shrine, so there's not really any chance of them getting backstabbed by like a TP smoking or anything. So they're feeling pretty safe. I guess maybe they might decide that it's better to just go and lane the 3 tier 1 and tier 2 bottom, because it may not be worth, you know, Newbee defending that.
Rocket needs to be careful. Buys a blanket there at least, but needs to. Maybe thinking about getting back home, considering everybody from NP is moving bottom lane. Nobody top anymore. Kaka, you need to leave, buddy. That's not the right direction you need to go in. Like Carapace does come out, but they drop the boy. They should be able to chase him down. Maybe not. NP drops again. Impale to come through. That will hit onto Envy. They really want to take the shrine. And I guess Newbee thought about contesting for a moment, but decided better of it. So again, it's such a weird game. I mean, it was pretty much almost a 10,000 net worth advantage for Newbee at one point before that Roshan, and it is gone now. I mean, it's 100% gone.
Dude, they're going to be kicking themselves for that. If they lose this game, the
is
Fatal Bonds on the Roshan in both engagements just ruined them. And not only that, but chasing the Enchantress, that was the one that really...
Alright. Newbee taking a page out in the NP handbook and trying to push into this top lane and get some more space for the Lifestealer and for SCCC. We have slowed the pace down considerably. I mean, it is slow. Just a lot of farming, occasional push into the creep waves, top and bottom. And again, we're waiting on that Roche, and we're going to find out when it's going to respawn here. And this will be the big fight. It is up 2 minutes, so a pretty long duration in terms of when Roche will actually be up. Doesn't really benefit one team or the other, I would imagine.
Usually it just depends on if someone's going to finish a big item and the time that it would take for Roche to respawn otherwise. So Mugi's obviously way too far from MKB for it to matter, and I don't think Fata's going to... Well, maybe he will get BKB. He's got cheese in it.
They're jumping in, Sonic coming in. Can they bring him down the force away? They need a couple auto attacks, and cheese is there. And now Kaka will fall. They get the bash on SCCC. He gets Golem down as well. Can he blink out in time? Cog push somehow makes it away, but now the Remnant will finish him off. A double kill for Fata. The cheese is there. Beautiful fight. Great turnaround from MP. And that should lead them into this, I guess, melee Rex top, or at least a quap buyback.
That Hood of Defiance. You don't see that often on Ember, but my god, did it save his life there. And also.
Pretty nice.
So, is this a forced buyback on Queen? That's the real question. Because if you buy back now, Queen has buyback for stuff.
You need to be careful with your NP. You can't go too far here. Even if you want this buyback, I don't know if it's worth it. Going for it. Wall was already dropped down. You'll set the trying to fight the speed. KB will go. The hook shot is there as well. They found Moogie. He's in trouble. Disarmed. For the time being, they cannot find the racks. Vacuum back into the wall. Time to leave. Impale will miss completely. They're going to look for MSS. They will find him. They had the level 1 on him. They will get one more kill at the very least. When they find Fata, they certainly cannot. He takes away the Impale not in time. On cooldown for another 2 seconds. AUI 2000 might go down. Shadow Strike, there's going to be the orchestra through. Yes, SC did have to buy back, but he does get a double kill at the very least also. And again, they keep their melee racks alive too. Now maybe
the big problem though is that Newbee are going to be here and this thing is up in 10 seconds. So that is 2 heroes without buyback. So NP losing those heroes and not having the capability of buying out could cost them here. It just depends on how quickly Newbee scout at being alive.
Send that bird in there. No. They're going to look for more elsewhere.
Like, if they see it up, they just immediately run to the pit because it's 2
But
heroes
they just
dead.
passed it, and they just thought it was... Oh, my. They're not going to know it's up.
Well, they have an invis, and Kaka's vendetta, so if they get a pick, it might still be enough.
They even kill him. They found Kaka walks into the sentry. He does get forced to the low ground here. He's problematic. I believe he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Guess what? First up. Hook shot coming through. They will find Faith again as well. He's going to get dropped just like that. They don't notice Roshan was up.
I mean, they probably know it's up now. There's a DD on the
They
queen.
walked in there.
There's a DD on the queen. This could still be something that they try to fight. I mean, it's risky, but the alternative is giving away another Aegis to NP. Looks like they're just not going to fight it.
Man, again, for the 3rd time in a row, Newbee cannot find Roshan. This time it is not anything to do with Pile I Die, but almost certainly this will turn into a full set of rack shots. If they kill us Triple C, it's probably game. Or close to it. I guess Moogie does maybe a buyback.
To be fair, all they had to do was walk one. They had their whole team there, Mott. They had their whole team there. All they had to do was walk one hero, and they could have sent the courier into the pit, and they would have gotten a row.
They did twice, but they didn't do it when it came up. They just assumed it was still down, so... Maybe in Newbee getting a little bit flustered and NP taking advantage. Huge stuff for NP trying to finish this game off. Forcing it to a game 5 would be absolutely gigantic. And it still feels like Newbee still have a chance. Well, not a great one. They still do have a chance. Again, if NP keep playing the way they have been, they should be able to find at least this top set of racks.
Almost to that 5-second BKB territory on the troll. That's kind of another turning point in the game, right? I mean, the 5-second BKB means that you can be maledicted, and we've seen how powerful that spell can be with the burst damage that you have behind them. So even though there's an Aegis on NB, and there's a good chance that they're going to be able to get this rack, are they going to be able to really deal a fatal blow to Newbee with what they have?
They just got the Satanic on the troll too. So he's got to get another life to work with.
Yeah, that's going to help him a lot. He's got 30.
Envy has caught up spectacularly. Try to finish this game off. Moving into the base. Here we go. KP on the front lines. He's got wall. So he drops it. Walks up. Tail misses against the Kaka. He'll get off the cast, and he's still going to go to the jump in. Kaka will find Fata. They will break the here. Wall drops down on the back end. They go for a play, but now the Kaka come out from MSS. They drop the golem. They do blink away, but the disarm was there for SCCC. They've already hit the buyback on KP. Now MV kiting everybody, including Moogie, who now has to back up. 40 seconds for Faith on the back lines. Good back wall. Impale to follow up as well. On to 1. Jumping in SCCC still. Sonic Wave. Disarm will come through. And they take KP down for a second time. The Sonic Wave will come in, but again, the Aegis and Satanic both up. They're going to come in. They're going to try to fight this. They'll get AUI 2000 as well as Paladai. Fata forced to cheese. Can they bring MV down? The Impale comes through. He's low. They cannot quite get him, though. Now backing away. It's still just the Aegis, though. If they can bring him down, but it's not quite there. He's able to get out. Plenty of Maelstrom procs flying. So I guess they're able to survive. Newbee hold again, somehow.
Dude, that was so well played by Newbee. They get the infest bomb, like after the fight already kicks off, they blink onto the back, and they just annihilate the Enchantress and the Warlock. because I don't know if his Hurricane Pike was down or whatever, but Aoi just freaking fell over. So they lose their back line. At that point, Golem had already been expended. The vac wall into the re-vac was nice, even though Darkseer obviously had to buy back for that. Still, a very solid hold.
Yeah, but again, it's one of many, I feel like, that they need to make in the future. As you can already see.
Well, the later the game goes, it's only a 6K network seed, right? So it just really depends on how the teams take the fights. If Newbee are able to get an engagement where they get in and they like insta-kill the Warlock and there's no golem, or they insta-kill the Enchantress or whatever, and they're basically fighting a person up, it can easily be turned. And then you can just deal with the troll by outnumbering them. The problem stems from when the troll has the entire team behind them, because then you just can't kill him. We saw Envy didn't even lose the Aegis, right? He's just super damn tanky. You can't hit him. Well, so you got to kind of kill everyone else.
The good thing is they do have the MTB now up for... Again, he still has Aegis. Searing Chain, Spike Carapace coming out. They really want the Snaily Rex to stay alive. Constant pressure from MT might turn this into a building farm. He's coming in, the Impale. Set the ball from MSS. There's the wall drop down as well. They need this kill onto Envy, and they will drop him. It's just one, though. Now can they get MSS? Sonic Wave comes out. Beautifully done. Remmed away from Fada. He can't stay to fight, and now Envy has to pop the BKB and run. It is a 5-second BKB duration. He needs to get out. Here comes Kaka. He needs to find this Impale. The rolling axis and Spike Carapace coming through. Where's the Impale? Why didn't he get stunned? Envy now turning up. Highlight Eyes nearby as well. Shadow Strike coming through. They're going to blow up one, potentially AUI getting chased down. MV stunned up now, getting caught. Maledict is up, and here comes Boogie trying to man fight the Shiva's Guard. He needs to hit it, and he will, and MV is going to get dropped down. Newbee turn it around. They hold the building yet again. Bots is still there. They won't be able to grab him, but again, the big target is Envy, dropped once more. Finally, a big fight for Newbee.
It could have gone a lot better, though. I think, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that he got hit by the axes and then Carapace after. I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly
I'm pretty
what
sure.
happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just didn't do it fast enough. If he had hit him with that and they got the Impale afterwards, I'm pretty sure he doesn't die. And then I'm pretty sure Faith doesn't die. And that fight looks really ugly because Envy did not have BKB at that point, and they would have just gotten completely steamrolled. So even though it still looks bad for NP, that could have been a hell of a lot worse if Kaka had properly used his DP skill. But yeah, I mean, it's still another base defense. It's still more time. We're going to probably see another Roshan fight, I would assume. And we're starting to see, like, the big issue, right? If the troll can't sit in the front line and just hit stuff, it's really problematic. And that's why we always come back to the same thing. It's like when you have your long duration BKBs, that's when you need to deal substantial damage to the base or what have you, because the later it goes. Nyx is a monster late game hero. He's crazy good. And then you have even if Faith, I'm not sure. I guess it is rules, but if Faith does get a Maledict off on a hero, if you don't BKB, you're just dead.
Dude, it's so good. It's so insane. And now they'll have a Lotus Orb coming in from KP. The late game items are starting to accrue for both teams. Man, NP, it looks like they had it for a moment there. And the thing that you mentioned that is, I think the most important thing is going to be the 5-second BKB duration for Troll, because clearly he just cannot survive the lockdown. Even his team coming with like a hook shot and a golem drop down, it's just not enough as it is right now. We need more. AUI 2000's damage has not been really considerable, I would say, in this game, as it usually is on his hero. So
he just hasn't had much farm. That's the thing. Like this isn't a hero that can stay out on the map against a Nyx and a Lifestealer. So that's how they keep Aoi down. They have these two heroes that in conjunction will just kill the enchant if she's anywhere away from her team ever. So she can't split farm. It needs to be Fata, it needs to be Envy. And because of that,
could be huge, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're smoked up. Here we go.
Kaka, they're going to find Envy. Kill. He gets it off. Can they find this kill? Wall drop down. The golem will keep him alive. He will have Satanic will pop BKB. Sonic Wave coming out. A lot of damage. Nobody dead yet. Fata low as well. Kaka might fall. Can they get anybody out of this for Newbee? As you see, they're turning on Envy. He's already popped the Satanic. Mugi coming in. The upheaval is zoning. Here comes AUI 2000. They drop 2. And now Mugi's going to try to man fight. Envy's low. The Glimmer Cape comes in. They need more damage and they cannot find him. Mugi chasing after AUI. Gets the bash off at the very least with the MKB. Can he find this kill? At least one it is. Meanwhile, on the other side, MSS is going to get dropped. The gem is dropped down. That's pretty big for KP. There'll be a 2-for-2 trade. And Golem is now down, though, for NP. Something to keep in mind.
That could have been, if they were able to drop Envy in that like initial engagement, that would have been huge. But really fast reactions from NP. Like the 4-stab was almost immediate. They get the chaotic offering stun on 3. That's like their disengage. And sure, they lose the enchantress, they lose MSS, but you know it doesn't really. In the grand scheme of things, if you're not going to be able to take an objective after that, those heroes don't really contribute much anyway. So it's basically just support for support trade, and then all the other cores just spend farming. So all in all, I think it was a slight advantage for Newbee, I suppose, just given the heroes that were traded and their respective networks. His Faith ain't worth nothing right now. That boy's poor.
Not really. Yeah. The one hero we haven't talked about, by the way, is Fata on the Ember Spirit, and kind of how he's really been unkillable the past 6 years. I don't think he's died in that period of time. The Lincoln Spear is really helping out the Solar Crest as well. By the way, Roche, another long respawn duration, which again will help NP in this regard. This is ridiculous.
Dude, it's such a scary game. You gotta give credit to NP though, right? Because this is their tournament life on the line. You know, Newbee could afford to lose this game, even though obviously they don't. They don't want to lose. But if they did, then it's still, they got one more game to come back. If NP lose here, it's over.
Right. It's not an easy task for NP. I mean, we saw they've banged their head against that wall up top for the longest time. They still cannot quite find it. However, as smoke will come out, NP can catch somebody with their pants down. It would be huge for them to get into Roshan. But I would imagine Newbee should know this is going on, or at least have an understanding. As Triple C does have the lifestealer inside of him, but he is a little bit alone. Flare coming in. There's the hook shot. There's Triple C, the cog push. He will blink away. The Remnant not there in time, and no Golem follow-up stun. 13 seconds. That is huge. Golem is back up in 13, and now Roshan still not up for 56 seconds. They might find Fata. Lincoln Sphere is broken, but that's it for now. Can't find anything else. Here we go. This Roche fight is going to be the most tense thing. Can NP get another Aegis and Cheese? They will see that it's not up. Sled of Fist and Chains Faith is like, please God, no. Golem drop down onto Kaka. That's not great. Shiva's guard in the back line. They are looking for Pylai Die. He is Glimmer Caped. He will make it out. Now Envy heading inside the Rose Pit. Pylai Die going to get dropped. Mugi will get the kill. On the other side of the fight, Faith, well, he's dead. But again, not that big of a deal. Sonic Wave coming out. They grab MSS. Now the BKB going for Envy. He's got to run. The Golem is down. S Triple C chasing him down. Link forward. Vacuum misses. He's so fast. Kaka cannot find him. Faith will buy back. They need to take this Roshan. No fatal bonds, Draskell. Okay? It's not up.
Yeah, but look at bottom lane. Fata's going ham here. This is a
he really is. Get out of there, Faith. Don't die back. Photo restoration of the shrine. Can he get there? It's too late. And then he remnants away. This space creation is nuts. NP. They are not giving in. They do not want to give this Roshan up. Again, no Golem, but Fatal Bonds will be up in 10. Envy's heading right into the pit. They have to defend top 2. This melee Rex is about to fall. Newbee, I don't think they can get this one now. I don't know. It's not going as quickly as they would like. Shiva's going to come through. As Triple C is going to walk in and decides against it and says, okay, well, they're backing up now. Fata TPing in, though. Kaka has Vendetta. They're going to get the melee Rax. He gets the full Rax. Fata is taking over this game all of a sudden. Oy.
They're just all over the map all the time. They're going back into the red pit. I mean, KP's going over here, but he's all by himself. I don't know what he thinks he can do here.
This is not good. It's not done yet.
He's even got a gem. He's so
He's gonna walk
brave.
in. Oh, but he pushes him out. But again,
yeah,
the problem is bottom. Look at Fata.
Well, they have Kaka here, so that might be enough.
Problematic. 0-3 tower getting assaulted by Fata. Does a lot of damage. He's going to remnant it away. Now KP will go back into the pit. Whirling Axis will miss. Oh, the split push is real. NP doing everything to force this to game 5. They get off the route, the hook shot. S triple C, the cock push, but there's the vacuum wall. They need the Sonic Wave. They need the ultimates. It's turning into a slideshow. Envy and Moogie are man fighting. There's the Sonic Wave. Can they get this kill? Another perfect liver cape coming out from Pile Die. Can they find anything else? Everybody is low. They might find MSS, but that is going to be it. They will get the infest out to get the kill. The shrine, is it available? It is. Envy now back up almost to full HP. Vata dealing with mid. MSS will buy back. They've got to take this. They got to do it soon. No hook shot for 6 seconds, and they will get the Aegis and Cheese. Finally, Newbee have done it at the very least. That's one objective down. Plenty to go.
This game is intense, dude. I don't know how much more of this I can handle. This is like... It's like NP are winning the game. Are they throwing the game? Are they winning the game? I can't deal with this one.
Oh, yeah. You think I can? I don't know what's happening. 56 minutes in. What's going on?
The Aegis going away, it's like they have top lane completely dead. So that lane's going to be pushing in all the time. Now it's about buying time, right? Just keep the lane push out as much as you can. You really only have to primarily worry about mid and bottom, I guess, if you want to. So just have Vata keep doing what he's doing. You know, push the lane all the way to the tower. Sure, there's no Roshan to contest anymore, so it'll probably be more likely that Newbee are going to be out about on the map. But you need to try to stop them from 5-manning your mid. That's the point of the game. You start to really risk giving up a lot.
My concern for Newbee is, can they ever kill Vata? This guy's owning. He's got a BKB now.
I think they don't really have to kill Vata. They just need to kill either Envy or, I guess, you could probably get away with just killing the Warlock on the edge like they have been. Because typically what happens is, you know, S triple C blinks into the back of the fight, and they just look for those heroes. That's why Pile Die is like forced into this Glimmer Cape. Otherwise he just explodes.
This is like a 4 versus 4. Where is S triple C? He's TPing in the mid lane. Oh, hello AUI 2000. Yes, I will kill you. No, apparently not. They're going bottom instead. Oh, God. Envy, Impale. They can bring it down here. The hook shot coming through. They get forced away. Now he pops the BKB. He needs the Satanic, and he's doing some work. Golem drop down. MSS now turning on. Getting forced Moogie. Absolutely right-clicking him down, trying to get the kill. The Remnant coming through. They will get MSS, but they've lost 2. Both supports dead yet again. The upheaval is owning. The Yule Scepter Lincoln Spear is broken. Now Remnant it away. Trying to find S triple C, and they will get the kill. All of a sudden, turning it around. Moogie is here alone, trying to man fight this. There's the Shadow Word. Envy now getting chased down, but instead, it's AUI 2000 on the back lines. They want Fada. They can't get it. The cheese goes. Moogie's still trying to man fight. It's not going to work. The vacuum onto the high ground, but the Remnant to the low ground. That's just Aegis. And now S triple C as well as the Light Stealer, the only 2 alive. AUI 2000 is still up there. He's got Hurricane Pike. He can get down in some period of time. Now the Orc is coming through. They need Envy another Glimmer Cape, and now Envy's thinking about going back in. Newbee in some trouble. They've got to back away. They will have buybacks for KP, and the rest of the supports are up in 16. And NP do it again. Another good fight.
Dude, MSS has been like the savior of Envy this game. Like,
this is without Ags, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Every single time that NB gets caught, MSS immediately hooks to him and forces him away. Like, it's just... You can't really afford to go all in on him like that unless you know for a fact that you're going to have, like, the numbers advantage. Because every single time to really go their way.
Okay. Can you really do this? They are going for a Moon Shard for Envy. He will have, he's 3,000 surplus, so he's right up enough for it and buyback. Vata getting turned on, but he is able to get out. Runs away. The problem is, you kind of need an Abyssal Blade from Moogie in order to lock some of these heroes down.
The problem with the Abyssal Blade is, like, if you buy that, you have an advantage. Like, he has Heart on his quick buy, but I'm kind of wondering, like, yeah, Heart's going to make him crazy tanky in the fights. And I guess, you know, to a certain degree, there's no MKB up on the Troll, so going for, like, flat, effective health, it could be pretty good. I'm just, like, thinking if there's a better option. I mean, Abyssal would be great for, you know, BKB disable.
Yeah, he turned. He's going in Abyssal now. He turned his item choice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably the best in regards to ensuring that Envy isn't able to get away.
Never refuse gold.
And then
All
maybe
right.
potentially they sell the Veil on Queen and then get something like a Hex. But then again, Veil is like crazy good with Maledict on your team. You can get set stuff hits super hard.
I don't know where you go in terms of itemization for like half these heroes, but I don't know. It's getting to this point where it's 60 minutes in. We're probably going to wait for another Roshan because Aegis and Cheese are down again. They were just used. 3 minutes before, we'll see when Rose is going to respawn. Okay. Maybe they're going to try to fight this. Look at this. Up front is going to be Kaka. He's going to find Envy. Envy doesn't see him. Kaka has the gem. Will they try to fight this? They know that everybody is up here. They will come through. It's kind of a bait. Newbie know it. They'll back up. And they'll be smart about it. NP will have to slow roll it again. Still with me, Dressel.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm intently watching the game.
I think everybody's doing that.
It's a very like high stress situation for both teams. You know, it's a 60-minute game, so usually when you get to this stage, it's like one team fight can make or break it. You know, one person doesn't have buyback, you get a really big pickoff, and then you force them into buying back, and then you can do something else. It's like it's a very tactical stage of the game. Fortunately for teams like NP and Newbee, they're both very experienced, so they have a multitude of that to draw from.
Yeah. I mean, right now on the verge of a Game 5, looking in, at least in terms of momentum and like how the map control has been. NP are very close to maybe getting a second set of racks with one more team fight, forcing this 5th game. Newbee, of course, they had the advantage earlier on. They kind of threw it away in some of the Roche fights. Have since tried to regain it. They got the last Roshan with Aegis and Cheese and lost it pretty much immediately afterwards. And they want to finish this off because they are currently up 2-1 in Game 4. Looking to finish this off and take home Zotac, but I mean, at this point, it's anybody's game, and once more, we're probably waiting for that Roshan. That's really what it comes down to. I just don't
I wonder,
see...
yeah. I mean, clearly it's going to be another Roche fight, I would assume, unless one team... There is a possibility that one of them smoke before Roshan spawns, like it's either a posturing smoke or they get better ward vision or they try to go for the pick. Because there's no shrines up for Newbee. So I think if anyone would do that, it would probably be NP. And then just get the positional advantage that way.
Envy's a little alone. He's going to be He's going to try to turn to the Kaku, forces himself away. Golem misses except for onto KP. That's not great, but neither are the end of the world either. So... Okay. Good, no golem for 159 seconds. And, well, we'll see if they can't take advantage. They actually see Envy. Impale is going to hit. Can they find this? They need the Cast of Life as well, and it will bounce. SCC is going to come through. They don't have BKB. Here's the Orchid. Yulsip going to come in. Come through. Hookshot misses from MSS, but the force away. Now they're looking for the back wall. They'll find it. Can they get the Impale off as well? He will. And now they're going to come in Scream of Pain. Shiva's Guard, Sonic Wave. They blow everybody away. MSS is dead for 80. They do have buyback available for Envy. Oh, no. It's all coming apart. NP. That's rough, but that's not the end of the world yet.
Well, let's see. How long on Roche? I guess we're going to find out here in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a long respawn.
What are these Roche respawn times?
Oh my god, it's so long.
What is happening?
Okay, well, I mean, Newbee can push out the lanes at least. It's unfortunate that they didn't get a quick spawn, but at the very least...
I don't think we've had a quick spawn the entire game.
Yeah, I think every time it's been 2 or more. But yeah, that really does hurt Newbee. If they had been a little bit more fortunate in that timing, they could have potentially just gotten Roche like right now, walked down mid towards the buyback. They might still try to do that.
Yeah,
They
it
might
looks
still
like
try
they're
to
going
force the buyout. Yeah.
Newbee are going to head up to the high ground. Here comes Moogie. We'll say, though, if it does turn into another Roche fight, it'll certainly make things exciting again. Here we go. Buyback coming in. Kaka in deep, looking for that Impale. They will get forced back. They cannot take that full set of racks and trade. Got to even things up. It's unfortunate, not capable. Bata close by, but they won't spot him. A DD outside of Roche, but again, we are still waiting another minute 40. Basher now done for the Lifestealer, along with the 3,600 he still has. Of course, he needs a little bit more for buyback. Of course, the Abyssal on top of it. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask earlier, like, if it's potentially worth not having buyback to finish the Abyssal for the Roshan fight, but man, that is risky. That's
is
like
so risky.
super all in.
I will say they're having a tough time bringing Mugi down. I mean, he hasn't really died that much. I mean, he's only got 2 deaths in this entire game, which is kind of surprising. I don't think he's really died.
He's only
much in the
died
late game.
twice?
Yeah, I know, right? It's insane.
I mean, I guess Fata's only died 3 times, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess it's more just like when the fights break out and you see a lot of kills, it's usually just like supports dying.
Oh, every
Just
time.
Walking away from the fight, yeah.
It's like, without fail, it's like Faith and Kaka and then MSS dying. And sometimes Pili die, but his Glimmer Capes have been on point. Do they have like more than 1 Glimmer Cape? I'm pretty sure it's just been Pili die. By the way, it's insane. His Glimmer Capes have been on point.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when fights are really disjointed in the late game for cores because they don't carry detection most of the time. And that makes it so those items, like Glimmer, just do so much.
Here we go. Running away, trying to man fight. Here we go. The Golem dropped down as well. Wall is there. Newbee trying to man fight. Open moves. Envy getting 2 down. The Infinite Sonic Wave. Impale. Is this going to be a dieback? He's so low. They need to bring him down. He's not dead yet. 1 more auto attack and he will finally drop. Pili die in the back lines. S-Triple-C going to work. He is in some trouble. A couple more auto attacks will do the job. And now the second Golem dropped down, of course, on the death. He will buy back for Fatsa as he also goes down. Now the top lane getting pushed in, as you can see the wave being pinged out by Faith. They need to maybe think about backing up now and defending their tier 4 towers. That's exactly what they're going to do with KP. 86 seconds without Eternal Envy. And here we go. Newbee are pushing it for the high ground, looking for this tier 3 tower. See if they can't get it. All right. Could this be it finally, Draskel? NP, they've tried so hard. They can't quite get it done, perhaps. 1 Rax will be taking. The amount of damage they do to these buildings is absurd. Fata is actually in the base on the opposite side. KP trying to chase him down. Fata has to leave. He cannot deal with this. Now Rax bottom will go as well. Rose is still up. Aegis and Cheese still both available. Now the Abyssal done for Mugi, along with 5X still available. And they get top. There's a tier 2 there. But at least they won't lose Megas. Spear breaking. Fata getting stunned up, getting forced away as well. And now Newbee will make the smart play and back up. And they get to Roche. What can they do here?
I mean, Envy's still dead for like 30 seconds. To be honest, even if Newbee were to walk to the pit right now, they would probably still be able to kill Roshan faster than Envy's alive and is able to get there. Granted, they do have a shrine, so maybe. I don't know, that one pick, I'm pretty sure when they found him, they had that one really weird cliff ward that saw the medium camp and him farming it. And that they also knew that his BKB was down.
Ward. It was this ward right here, something like that, I think. I pinged it like a million times.
That set everything in motion. That ward literally game.
Yeah, you mean it really was. Oh man, if NT go on to lose this game, MD's gonna have to feel heartbroken. They came so close, but it's not over yet. Roche will go down, and there's no way NP can contest. You can see they're back at the towers where they used to be anyway. Agent will be picked up for S-Triple-C. And I'm assuming the Chiefs pick up the Lifestealer. It sure is. And here we go. We're going to try to take the tier 2 tower top, I would imagine. Try to finish that. But NP got 1 good fight left in them. Buyback status is not looking great. They only have MSS to hit. He won't really do much, short of everybody else being alive. So NP so close to forcing this 5th game. Can they turn it around? It would be a miraculous comeback at this point. It's going to have to be a big team fight for them. 68 minutes into the game, Draskel and Newbee. Are they actually going to win this one?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It feels kind of like that's going to happen. I don't know, like without buybacks and stuff, they're going to try to go for a surprise play, I guess.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I thought that they would try to like go in there because, you know, Newbee probably don't expect you to defend that tower, right? They're probably like, they're just sitting in the base or whatever. It's kind of risky. Sometimes it can be advantageous to take a fight when you defend something that's not worth it and just hope that the element of surprise gives you an advantage. They also didn't really have any vision, so they got the high ground wards down at least. They got the sentries, but there is a gem carrier, so it's just gonna get focused on.
Sure is. Creep wave here. You're gonna try to fight this. BKB pop from Envy needs to be careful. They're trying to lock down Mugi, but he's so tanky. Hook shot actually hits under 3. Cogs will find Kaka. Remnant in. They're doing some good work. They dropped the golem as well. Looking on the back lines, trying to find Newbee. Man fight, there's the Abyssal. The Glimmer Cape again from Pilot Eye once more. Nobody dead yet on the side of Newbee. Now Mugi trying to leave. He does not have his shield. He's already used it. SCCC throwing up the Sonic Wave. Here we go. The cog push from MSS, keeping it in. SCCC trying to man fight, now trying to blink as well. Brute, the Hex, can they bring him down? That's just the Aegis. And now they'll find MSS, but he is the one with buyback. He's got it. He'll use it. Nobody dead yet other than him. Everybody else backing up. All of these abilities being used and only one hero dead. You've got to be kidding.
That was... all the heroes are so tanky. The ones who typically die in the fight, but in this situation, the supports are both sitting behind all the force, and the supports of NP are inside their base. This is like the first real 5-man defense we've seen from NP this whole game. So like Pylai Dai and Aoi are able to just do whatever they want. You know, they sit behind the tier 3 tower, he's just throwing into this, and then Pi gets like a straight down.
Orchid, Newbee getting a little bit, still going to work. BKB pops again, Mugi trying to leave. Now BKB is down, they've taken the tier 3 tower. We'll see if Newbee want to reset. They still have they've lost their Aegis and Cheese, by the way. So, you know, they're going in. They have buyback on everybody except for the Nixon Pass, and they're going to try to do this. Envy's still going to work. Not much mana left. The Bash will come through, and they get the vacuum back. Now in trouble is Fata and MSS. Can they bring him down? Envy is dead, and now it's up to Fata as MSS will also fall. Golem drops on death of Pylai Die. As Triple C taking some impetus hits from AUI 2000, but he's out of mana. They're pushed back into the well. Series change will come through, but the Rax should be finished off. Remnant Fata trying to man fight as Triple C might be in trouble. Blinks away, the wall drops down. Can they kill Fata? He's getting low, but now the Hex up. That'll be into Kaka. He's low. Impale does hit. They need this kill. The Cogs. Excuse me, the cast coming in along with the Shiva's Guard. Fata will drop dead for 123. That should be it. Newbee, they will be your Zotac Cup Masters champions.
Very well deserved from Newbee. I mean, you can't really take anything away from FP. I think they played, considering, again, it's a pretty new team, right? So, this is their first LAN, correct? NP, not Newbee. Of course it's not Newbee's first LAN. That's this iteration, right? Oh, sorry, yeah, they played in Manila, so second LAN. And then, they still perform, like,
fits very nicely, synergizes well with the Slardar Shadow Fiend, a lot of minus armor. Now, a ton of catch, right? Like every single one of these heroes on Newbee could start off a fight or interrupt a fight to counter-initiate. So that's something that might be difficult for NP, but on the side of NP, a lot of team fight, a lot of control, a lot of AoE damage as well. So curious about your thoughts here, Sunzi. Who's going to take game number 1?
Newbee, Avenged, position 1 is God tier. I love it.
10 seconds remaining.
Andy, what do you think?
I feel Newbee are playing a bit fast compared to what NP want to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Newbee as well.
All right.
Okay, I'll be the contrarian. I'll believe in NP. Let's see if this MSS Enigma can live up to the hype. Only time will tell. We've got Mott and Draskell here to take this series. Game number 1 coming your way. The grand finals of Zotac Cup Masters starts now.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, Zyori, and of course, Suns fan. We are into it now. Moving into our first game of these grand finals. Finals. Been a pretty long tournament, all things considered. Most of these teams, of course, this happened last time. It's fine. It's no big deal. Some connection failure happening, but I'm excited to see how these teams do. Of course, we talked about probably should have been the grand finals between these two teams in the Manila Masters. We kind of, I guess, guessed that these two teams would be the top 2.
I remember everything.
Here's a quick 10-second plug for the sponsor of this video, lootcase.gg. You can open Dota treasures and CSGO cases and win items. Don't like what you won? Sell it back and try again. If you're feeling lucky, check out the site and use code DIGEST for a 15% deposit bonus.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one too, actually. I like it. Okay. Another thing to break the black hole. Yeah, it's another BKB interrupt for the Enigma.
Thunderstrike to follow through. They have the Flame Guard now down. They cannot get the kill, taking a lot of damage. Envy trying to turn back around, but can't do anything with it. And now AUI also needs to be careful. So at the very least, Envy is salving up, and he will stay alive. Another Thunderstrike. Now another Magic Missile. They will have Rolling Boulder available, and Envy's going to get caught yet again underneath this tower. They'll get first blood. It's the Thunderstrike and a couple of auto attacks from Faith. So Envy not really in the safest position, even after avoiding the first part of the gank and salving up. Still will end up falling there. Be huge to find Fata if they could, but we'll see if that's going to be the case.
He's waiting for 2, I think. Oh no, he's going to go really fast. Okay.
Right now. He does have the Orb of Venom slow, but Fata should be fine. Ray's coming out. There's going to be the Fairy Fire. It's not enough. Wow. The snipes from SCC. I thought that was going to be enough for Fata to get out, but that last hit just in range for SCCC. Excellent work there. And we'll start putting pressure elsewhere. Rolling Boulder mid. Fata, Boulder smashed up. They have the range up, and that means that they can't go for the skill. LSA is going to connect. Nicely done. Highlight Eye, Battery Assault. Can he get there in time? There's going to be the kill. Double raise is not enough for SCCC. He will be able to back himself away. Highlight Eye will make it out. So nice little rotation. But here comes the glimpse back. Highlight Eye. Maybe in some trouble from SCCC, or SCCC, excuse me, but he will not be able to get the kill. That makes sense. I imagine he will go for the attack speed. But for now, looking at bottom, there's a Smoke of Deceit gank. They've already used Black Hole, as you mentioned. Looking for a Malphus. Here comes the Dragon Slave. Now trying to find an LSA. The sprint is there. Good Boulder Smash. That might keep him alive. And Fata looking for the LSA. Will find it. No. Laguna Blade comes out. He gets blown away. It's the Slither Crush along with SCCC coming in. And Mugi as well. Magic Missile used. AUI 2000 in trouble. No mana left for Mugi. Still trying to find this kill. AUI 2000's pretty much resigned himself to this death as he gives away the double kill to Mugi. So great rotations from Newbee. They will lose Kaka, but that is it. I can't remember who did this, but if somebody picked it up at the Kiev Major, I believe, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's just, it allows you to push these towers down so quickly kind of make up what you're lacking in some of these heroes. MSS will pop the drum charge, might be in trouble. Swap back, Boulder Smash to come through as well. The rolling boulder needs some help from AUI for Snova to come through. Sounds is there, coming in from Geomagnetic Grip, and he should fall. One more auto attack in the Wave of Terror will do the job. AUI is able to make it out, but again, the swap sets it up, and they only need 2 other heroes there to get the kill onto that Enigma in the off lane.
KP, he can't die to the Ember Spirit. This Ember Spirit didn't have a good start, so not really the craziest burst potential. Okay, MSS gonna get swapped.
Static Storm, Magic Missile, he's out of it. The Kinetic Field, Boulder Smash, he might get this kill anyways. He's going to stick up, and he will not survive. Try turreting. He may be looking for a Malefice or a Black Hole. Can't find it. Remnant coming through. SEC, good usage of that Requiem. Now the huge press the attack. They already used the relocate. Now Pili dies, trying to run as well. Tethered down to the low ground. Nice stuff there. Can they find anybody else? Spirit Lance to come through. That's the Ags. MSS coming in the duel. He's done so again. The mech's not there in time. Pili gets dropped as well. Mugi gets the double kill on a mega kill spree, and now they're going to go for the tier 1 tap. Raises